Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to Kenya Lens Media, where we analyze politics, we talk politics, we also give you news updates as they break. Kindly, if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now, President William Ruto, in his tour in the larger Gusii region today, he was humiliated badly by residents of Nyamira County, some of which were, contacted to attend his rally. They were promised to be given 2,000 shillings, but the agents of William Ruto, the UDA MPs, failed to give them the money, and this made them bitter, and they removed their t-shirts and caps, burnt them in front of William Ruto. Here is the tip. You can hear clearly from the video that the people are chanting WAMTAM, and this happened immediately after William Ruto, finished giving his speech in Nyamira County. I want to remind you that Nyamira County is the home county for the former Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i, who is also eyeing the presidency. Therefore, the people from Nyamira County and Kisii County, they really respect Fred Matiang'i. But, they respect Fred Matiang'i to an extent. They said that in as much as William Ruto was coming to Kisii County, so therefore they advised each other to give William Ruto ample time to give his lies and give his promises, as he always does. And then after he goes, they will stick with Fred Matiang'i. It is evident that in Kisii County, whoever who is speaking two-term is rejected vehemently, and this has led to issues with the UDA members of parliament, who feels that they may not be given a chance to lead again in another term if they will be talking about William Ruto. And in the larger tour of William Ruto to Kisii, this is not the first time he has launched those markets. In the Nyakoe market, the one in Kitutu Church South, this is the second or third time he's launching the market. Equally in Kisii County, or than in Kisii University, he was to build the affordable houses during the time of CS Minister of Education Ezekiel Machogu. They launched. There was a groundbreaking for the affordable housing there, but he's relaunching the same project again. So William Ruto, the people of Kisii, they don't want anything to do with William Ruto, only that they want to give him ample time. He lies to them, he gives his promises, and they will stick with Fred Matiang'i. When the alternative government came to Kisii, led by Fred Matiang'i as the host, Fred Matiang'i, who serves as the kingpin, or rather the spokesperson of the Gusii tribe, he advised the people that whatever happens, even if the president comes here, whoever comes here to seek for votes, give him ample time. And that is exactly what the people of Kisii County are doing. However, the wave of Fred Matiang'i has swept everything in Kisii. And, we are seeing a situation whereby the residents of Kisii and Nyamira, the larger Gusii region, they are going to vote for anyone vying for any seat from Jubilee Party, because they don't want to, they don't want anything to do with UDA Party. So many things are happening. And so far, the people who are rallying behind Fred Matiang'i, they have been recognized so much in the community, and those who are closer to William Ruto, they are getting a lot of rejections from the region. Well, I can give you an example of Simbarati. Simbarati is an ODM leader. He was elected to a seat through ODM, and he got a lot of votes. In fact, he defeated his opponent, who was the former Cabinet Secretary for Education, Ezekiel Machogu, by far. Many people loved Simbarati. He was a darling for many people. In fact, the women could dance openly when they see him. People loved him vehemently. people could, die to protect him. But immediately he changed the camps and stopped supporting Fred Matiang'i. Everything changed in Kisii County. And many people right now, they don't recognize Simba Arati. Many people, they don't recognize Broadbase because they have their son. They have Fred Okengo Matiang'i. It's the same thing that is happening in the larger Mount Kenya region. It was yellow, it was wheelbarrow all along from 2022. But the emergence of the opposition leader Rigathi Gachagua, the emergence of DCP party has changed everything in Mount Kenya region. Now people, they don't want to listen to UDA members. They call them traitors. The same thing is happening to Kisii right now, or rather the larger Gusii region. Many people are referring to UDA MPs as traitors. Someone, or rather some people who are so selfish and they can't support their own son, and that is Fred Okengo Matiang'i. The same thing that is happening to Simba Arati right now is happening to Silvanus Osoro. Many people from his constituency, they hate Silvanus Osoro. Not that he's not able to deliver, but the fact that he's aligning himself with William Ruto. The same thing applies to Alpha Miruka from Bomachoge Chache. He is also the many people from his region. They say that they don't want to do anything, or they don't want to hear anything to do with Alpha Miruka, simply because he is aligning himself with Fred, or rather he is aligning himself with William Samoei Ruto. And the people in Kisii County, they don't want to hear anything to do with William Ruto. At some point I really don't know the kind of matrix, the kind of game plan William Ruto is playing, because initially he knew that Kisii region, it is a stronghold of ODM, and immediately even the larger Gusii region revolted from ODM. Immediately Raila Odinga said that Matiang'i cannot be the president of Kenya. Many people deviated completely from ODM. So I don't know what William Ruto is planning, in as much as he feels that the larger Nyanza region will support him vehemently now that the Mount Kenya region has shifted, comes from his position, and they want to journey their way to presidency through the opposition or the alternative government. I don't know what William Ruto is really thinking. Equally, in the Luo Nyanza, some of the votes are now split, because we have the Linda Mwananchi and the Linda Ground. The Linda Mwananchi, that is led by Edwin Sifuna and James Orengo, is is sweeping more of many people in that region. Many people, they want to align themselves politically with the Linda Mwananchi and not the Linda Ground, because many people, they don't want anything to do with the current administration. Now that William Ruto, is just thumping, in as much as he's saying that the opposition people have no agenda, that he will trounce them early in the morning. He will win the presidency for the second term, come sunshine or rain. He's saying so many people, but the people's minds, the people's hearts, they're in a different place. The same thing happening to Nyamira. Nyamira, many people were asked to come to the function of President William Ruto. They were promised to be given money, as always. If you are given money, go attend, be given, you are due, go home. The same way Rigathi Gachagua says. But unfortunately, the MPs, the UDA MPs who promised those residents that they will pay them, unfortunately, they didn't pay them, and that is why they were angry. They banned the UDA merchandise. They humiliated the president in the broad daylight. I don't know what your point is. I don't know what your opinion is, but you can write in the comment section. Share with me. We can have a debate there, and as always, that can form a basis of our next video. If you are new here, consider subscribing, liking, and sharing our content. Equally, hit the notification bell so that we can, or rather you can be receiving notifications each and every time we bring in a new video.